Introducing the Jimmy Page Custom Telecaster range. Our friends over at Fender have announced that they've teamed up with Led Zeppelin legend Jimmy Page to make what we can only describe as a wonderful line of exquisite guitars. Fender first announced last year that they would be collaborating with Page to bring multiple versions of the historic guitar back to life, and hey, they've delivered. Throughout 2019, Fender will be releasing a total of 4 artist signature guitars modeled after Page's 1959 Fender Telecaster. Historically, Page has been tagged as a Les Paul player, but what you may not know is that he used a 1959 Fender Tele for the majority of his Led Zeppelin career. So, let's get into the nitty-gritty of Page's love affair with the Fender Telecaster. Not content with the stock finishes at the time, Page completely transformed the look of his Tele with a variety of wild finishes over the years. He pimped it out with 8 circular mirrors at the beginning of 1967, and then, in keeping with the psychedelic movement of the time, he stripped his guitar entirely and painted his own psychedelic dragon pattern in beautifully bright and vibrant colors. Hey, it was the 60s! And here's another piece of trivia for you. Did you know that very same Telecaster was originally a gift from another guitar great, Jeff Beck? That being said, check out Jimmy's take on the concept of the Dragon artwork with this killer footage shared with us from the good folks over at Fender Guitars.
The whole of the Dragon artwork, it starts off, I don't do a sort of a pre-run of it. I've got a stripped guitar and I've got the paints, and I know exactly what sort of paints I want to use because I've already bought them. And I've got pretty good control over my hands, so I'll try something which is a bit more ambitious here, a bit more ambitious there. If you put colour opposites together, then they sort of vibrate. I wanted to use sort of poster paint, which was used in the production of those psychedelic posters.
As we explained earlier, Page went on to play that very guitar for the majority of Led Zeppelin's debut album, as well as on tour and in the studio. Most notably, by the way, he used his Telecaster for the solo on Stairway to Heaven. So, with all of the history out of the way, what will you actually be getting when you purchase a Jimmy Page Telecaster custom shop guitar? Here we have a rundown of the specs for both custom shop models. First up, the Jimmy Page Dragon Telecaster. It comes with an off-center seam 2-piece ash body. The finish will have a dragon design hand-painted by Paul Waller and Page himself. A trio of Fender custom shop hand-wound 58 single-coil pickups routed through modern Tele wiring and a 3-position pickup switch. The tinted maple neck's oval C profile is comfortable for almost any playing style and precisely matches the profile of Page's original instrument. A 7.25 radius rosewood fretboard that matches the specs of the era right down to the 21 vintage size frets. A custom 8-hole clear pickguard. A 59 Esquire bridge. Vintage style tuning machines. Bone nut and wing string tree with metal spacer. And the Dragon model will also include a custom anvil flight case, red coiled cable, violin bow, rosin, Herco guitar picks, and of course, a certificate of authenticity. The other custom shop guitar you can purchase is the Jimmy Page Mirrored Telecaster. The mirrored version comes with the exact same materials for the body, pickups and hardware, but will feature a period-accurate white blonde lacquer finish with 8 circular mirrors. It will be hand-signed by Jimmy Page himself, and included in the package, you'll receive a vintage-style tweed hardshell case, black coil cable, Ace stained glass strap, Herco guitar picks, and of course, your certificate of authenticity. Both the Jimmy Page custom models will be available in March this year and will retail for $25,000. So, there you have it. One thing to keep in mind, if you really want that vintage Zeppelin sound, pairing the new Dragon Tele and the newly released Jimmy Page Sun Dragon amp may well get you as close to Page's tone as you could have ever dreamt of. Check out the link below for the Fender Custom Shop, and don't forget to comment and subscribe, and keep a lookout for future reviews right here and at rockmyworld.com.